Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new weekly review. Last week, I only took one trade, GBPNZD, which uh, is a trade that where I lost my FTMO account. This was just wiped out. So let's go over GBPNZD. This was actually a bad trade gone bad, actually a trading error. So this was a pattern in a pattern, a small one. So I will go over the daily, weekly, and 4 hour. If I go over the daily, you could see that I was looking for the shoulder one, had shoulder two within that, a first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg coming more correctively back. As you can see, A, B, C correction. You can see clearly the waveform in it. Then we can take the trade on that shoulder one and we can go to the upside. And this was a loss because we went immediately to the downside because this trade was only a 1 out of 4 on the weekly, where I will go over to. One of the reasons also is this trade that could potentially not play out is that we had here the same highs. We could expect also the same lows here, which we had a new action from, a false break of that zone, and we went to the upside. This was one of the reasons. And if I go over the weekly, you could see the trend or the momentum is only for us. For me, if I go back in history, the trend was here to the upside. This is a whole correction. And this was actually the previous low here, this blue line. And we just went and made a new break, a new low. And for me, this is still just an indication that we can go bearish because we made here a new low. But then we can see the momentum, impulse, correction, impulse, the bullish M, and we are trading above the supply and demand zone. So I can see the trend is for me. And back then also the supply and demand zone before we hit it here, that zone. So we had here a clear resistance, 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 support. We touched that supply and demand zone here from that weekly IC. You could see that there is some liquidity. When we tapped it here and we tapped it here, we went to the downside, but we didn't tap the supply and demand zone, so it was still against us. So 1 out of 4, I couldn't take the trade. Even that candle close was also against us because it was closing or it was taking here liquidity and it was closing impulsively to the downside. For me, it's a really bearish candle. Even it closed a little bit bullish for me. It's more bearish than bullish. So 1 out of 4, and the fib is also against us. The fib from this low to this high. You have here kind of fib completion sitting. So this is also against you. And on the 4 hour, we just took the limit there. Here was the limit and the stop loss below the shoulder 1 wicks. The shoulder 1 wicks were here, so I put it below 5 or 10 pips, something like that. And then it was a loss and we went to the weekly supply and demand zone. So that was the reason it was a trading error, bad trade gone bad. Then the trades I missed, EuroCAD, GBP, GPY, and NZD I will go over the first one. EuroCAD I missed because I lost my FTMO account and I didn't want to trade that week anymore. So that's the reason why I didn't took these immers and shoulders on EuroCAD. So what we have here, shoulder one had potential shoulder two, which we respected for a little bit, and we went to the upside, and now we are coming back. We can see we had also nice weekly supply and demand zone here sitting where we could grab some liquidity. The bigger one was a little bit lower, but we didn't tap it. So the immers and shoulders I was looking for, and on the weekly, what I saw was here that big bullish momentum here. You could see also this as a bullish M. So potentially the trend is for you. But if I look closer, you could see this as a high, this as a low, high, new low. You made the first time break. So actually a first time break is still indicating me that we can go to the upside. It's indicating me it's bullish, but the trend is still bearish. So that's why I set it here a question mark. We can see it in two ways. And the candle close here. was against you. It's closing more bearish than bullish. You can also say it's neither of them. So you can say here just some black horizontal line, something like this here. And then the fib from this low till this high is for you. And then supply demand from here at this weekly lows where the buyers kicking in from. We tap the weekly high, so we could go back to the weekly lows. And if you put it to your horizontal line and look further back, you'd hear an IC, you'd hear some buyers, false break, sellers, here are also some buyers. So this could be the supply demand zone that could push the price back up. And then on the 4 hour, we received there the deceleration aligning with the shoulder one. Nicely decel, actually a perfect one. And we went to the upside and we could take 2.5% out here. And we could go and break even for around 1% here. So this was actually a good trade to take, which I didn't took because my account was wiped out. It was like that. Then the next one, your GBP GPY. I will open the daily, weekly, and the 4 hour. So daily, what I saw there was that natural M. So we had still some kind of bullish M sitting here. So this was a bigger bullish M. So this was a low wick, high wick, low wick, high wick. This was a bigger bullish M that is still in place. So this is actually a weekly pattern. And if I look closer, we had here shoulder one, head shoulder two, it played out, and then we received here that bullish M within that same highs